por toda a cidade, ainda mais porque a palavra liberdade é feminina.
Welcome to the NBA here, special Martin Luther King Day edition. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Houston Rockets here at home, and an interconference matchup should be a good one. This their first chance this season playing the Pacers. In the two meetings last year, they came away with wins, never losing.
Yeah, and they swept this matchup the two times they played last year. They held the advantage on paper and on the court.
Yeah, exactly. An interconference matchup here. Not a lot of familiarity, but I wouldn't say they caught them off guard. There's a reason one team was in the playoffs and the other team was watching.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. C.J. Miles is out there with Paul George. Then there's Ellis. Then there's Ian Mahinmi. And it's Hill in the point guard position.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And for Trevor Ariza, almost exclusively a perimeter player on the offense last year. New scheme, Greg, new teammates, big adjustment.
Yeah, the Rockets having Dwight Howard camping out in the lane and James Harden needing space for dribble drives. Not much room to operate inside for Ariza.
But they do like his defense, and we know he can hit the three. It's a pretty valuable commodity. And it's Beverly missing.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Hill dishes to Miles. Adiunas grabs the miss.
This is not the slam dunk contest. You don't get do-over. You got to finish the job.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's what we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Here's the screen. And stolen by Ariza. Harden the pass to Howard. Back to Harden. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Harden's got his second basket.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
Ellis kicks to Mahinmi. Back to Ellis. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Fellas, that two-hand monster slam was vicious.
I don't think there was anyone, and I mean anyone, that could have stopped him on that one.
I tell you what, I'm glad they didn't try, because somebody might have got their feelings hurt.
Now here's Howard. And that one is stuffed right through.
I hope he didn't hurt his neck, because that was one nasty, nasty head fake.
Well, the defender bought that move, hook, line, and sinker.
The whole thing. He may have given him a little pat on the back as he went sailing by.
They set the pick. From deep Miles. And Indiana, another three.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Here's George. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis. George has got his second basket of the night.
Superb playmaking from Monte Ellis. That dish was right on time.
It's Harden with the drive. Back to Beverly. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Beverly's got his first points of the night.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
There's the pick. This is to Miles. This one for three. And George kicks to Miles. Indiana moving the ball around. Ellis can't get it to go. For the Houston Rockets, they come in off the wash to the San Antonio Spurs.
And the Rockets have lost out on some free agent wars the past few years. They have remained competitive, but you wonder what could have been if they landed or kept some of those big names.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two. And with the Rockets, it's no secret that they take a very analytical approach to team building. Greg, you and I have talked about that. And Clark, you wonder if that hurts them in free agency.
Well, when your front office makes no qualms about viewing players as simply just assets, it can be a hard sell to a free agent.
Now, here's Beverly. Back to Harden. For the three. Here's Howard. A second chance effort. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup. And while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call a foul shot or not. But sure enough, they have. So he'll head to the free throw line.
Dwight Howard.
And guys, Dwight Howard's an interesting guy. One of the most physically imposing players in our league. And yet he's known for his lighthearted, almost playful nature.
So timeout called here, the first for Indiana.
And you can tell they're just a little out of sync. I think he just wants to get everybody back on the same page.
Yeah, I like this timeout, Greg. I think it's a good one because it looks like they need a minute to talk things through here.
Whole new five on the floor.
Rockets power dancer.
Indiana leading by 4. And here is Hill. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. It's stolen by Jones. And now it's Russell running. He can go all the way. And it's out of bounds to the Rockets as Houston retains possession. There's the dish to Decker. Here's Capella. Guarded by Mahimi. And that is good. Capella's got his first points in this one.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
Now here is Hill. Ellis with the screen for Hill. He dishes it to Miles. Just 5 on the clock. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. Looking at the last game for the Indiana Pacers, it was a loss to the Magic. And it's sent back by George. Miles dishes to Hill. Outside, George. Good, the assist goes to Hill. That's 10 points here for George.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
And now the fast break, George with the ball. Shot is off. And the Rockets take it the other way.
That's what we call good defense in the paint. Worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
Hill gets to George.
Boy, he's just dangling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger, Clark, right now.
Yeah, it's with them.
And guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up.
And it's Marcus Thornton with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And it's Ellis penetrating. Stolen by Decker.
Well, they've weathered their turnovers so far.
They've been lucky to this point. If they want to keep this lead, they need to take better care of the ball.
Indiana leading by 3.
Rockets foul.
And guys, no doubt George Hill had it rough last season. He missed the first 28 games with that left knee injury, came back for 5, then missed another 11 games before his season got going. But you know what? He had one of his most productive years from that point on.
And getting back to George Hill, what a second half of the season he had. He tore up several key categories, Clark.
Yeah, he was bogged down by injuries early in the season. Came back to average career highs in points, rebounds, and assists, partly because he was finally treated and looked to as a go-to guy, and he thrived in that role.
And Thornton kicks to Decker. And it's the Rockets on the break. The pass to Ellis. Here's Miles. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
Guys, when you compare against last year, I mean, this season has been a pretty painful drop-off in his free throw numbers. I mean, he's not making the key chances he's getting at the foul line.
In the corner, Thornton with it. And stolen by Stuckey. Here's Miles. Banked in off the glass. Miles has got 7 points in the game.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Wait a bit.
Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Pacers lead by 6. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And thanks for joining us again, folks. 2K Sports broadcasting here on MLK Day, bringing you the NBA. And let's quickly break down the game, guys, we have seen from Indiana. What do you think?
The roof is up right now, guys. It's raining in here. A lot of threes through the first.
Hey, sometimes when it rains, it pours, and they have not let up from beyond the arc.
On the court for the Pacers as our second quarter gets underway. Turner is up there with Mahinmi. Then there's Solomon Hill. Then there's Rodney Stuckey. And it's Young in at the point guard. Mahinmi passes to Young. 6 on the shot clock.
I can't believe defenders are not aware. They cannot allow him that position.
Yeah, you're right about that, Greg. He's putting no trespassing allowed on that spot of the floor. It's all his. Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on him.
To the inside. Here's Ariza. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
And, guys, you know, we've talked about it before, but it bears repeating. Dwight Howard may be the best overall rebounder in the last decade. 5 times out of the last 8 years, he's led the league in rebounding. That's almost impossible to do in the modern NBA.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. Howard is still Clark, an efficient rebounder, still prolific in fact, but he's no longer dominant. Last year he had not one 20-plus rebound game. Tell me the last time that happened.
Well, you know, this being Dwight's 12th season in the league, Kevin, a lot of wear and tear on him. I think he's trying to fight through it, and he's still very much more than serviceable. Wants to get a ring, and he's doing his part to try to make that happen.
Jordan Hill, he's checked in for Ian Mahinmi. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Beverly against Young. In the corner, Stuckey with it. Here's Turner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And good coming on the assist by Rodney Stuckey. Here's Harden. Right through the knee for the layup. Harden's got 7 points for the quarter.
And fellas, in this quarter, he's improved on what was already a very good performance in period number 1.
Hill, a screen on Harden. Stuckey kicks to Hill. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That's on Dwight Howard. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Pacers?
They've definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists. That's a shot you've got to take if you're looking for the three-pointer. I mean, the defense was nowhere around.
Young dishes to Turner. Young passes to Hill. Hill has the open look. And the Pacers can't get it to go. Harden left side. Pontianis kicks to Harden. Shot left block. And it's Howard finishing it off.
This guy is a beast on the board.
And when he gets those second chance points, he does not waste one of them.
And you know what? It's always going to be a powerhouse finish with him. We know that for sure.
Here's Stuckey. And it's James Harden with the rebound.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
Stuckey dishes to Hill. Back to Stuckey. And that one's good. Stuckey's got his first basket.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That's his first foul.
Yeah, he looked clumsy on that one. He was not going to get away with that.
Yeah, he climbed all over him. I mean, there's a picture of that one in the officiating manual. So, clear, easy call. He's jammed himself up a little bit here with that second foul. But as long as he can avoid a third before the half, I think he's fine.
And what's your take, guys, on the hustle steps for the Rockets?
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
And you can see that even though he ties the game up, disappointed he couldn't give him the lead.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
Stuckey kicks to Hill. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
You know, he might be small for a center, but it doesn't really matter because he can jump out of the building.
To the middle. It's deflected. Ariza against Hill. The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
You have to be disciplined on defense, Kevin. Biting on every pump fake isn't going to get it done. Talk about complete control. Everything working in this one for Ariza. He's got 10 points, and he's contributed 3 points from the line, too.
And those free throws add up, guys. That is extra offense.
Out to Turner. Misses off the right iron.
You almost have to assume.
Oh!
How's that for a one-man show? Put this fella on Broadway. Self-service.
the most magnificent alley-oop he could have chosen.
Yeah, and he pulls that one off, guys, to perfection.
And the Pacers call time here. Guys, James Harden, quite possibly the most devastating rim attacker in the league today, just refuses to slow down. Wayne Clark is going right at the basket.
Yeah, he's got it all, Kevin. I mean, he's so thick and strong and has deceptive moves and explosiveness. When he gets inside, he's scoring or you're fouling.
So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. Pacers trail by 5. Outside Hill. They set the pick. George with no one around. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
And when you're defending Harden, it really is a pick-your-poison situation. I mean, we talked about his driving, but you can't gap him because he's also a very good shooter and passer. So that double team that you want to provide as well, he's real good at finding that open man. And guys, another thing about Harden, he draws so much attention defensively. So even when he misses around the rim, oftentimes it's going to create offensive rebound opportunities for the Rockets. So he takes the whole defense with him.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. And for C.J. Miles, he sure can string together a long line of threes under the league with a nice jump shot that has now become deadly.
Yeah, he doesn't get to the free throw line much, and he's not really much of a playmaker, but he's 3D in color. HD 3D.
And here are the Rockets now. Here's Ariza. The offensive rebound. And now the fast break. Hill with the ball. Stolen by Harden. The finish. Oh, and the dunk by Ariza.
That's how you make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. The floor is open. Take care of business.
Always an advantage when you can get out in the open floor. You get much better rhythm offensively. And this lead, I think, is headed up. And guys, that's one of the more basic plays in anybody's playbook, but not to mention also truly one of the best.
And Greg, the pick frees him up, and Clark, the dunk, caps it off.
Well, you know, for me, guys, it's all about positioning and anticipation on those screen plays, and they got it right there.
George passes to Mahinmi. The three. That's good for Miles on the assist from Mahinmi. Mahinmi's got 4 assists now tonight.
And talking about C.J. Miles, he was filthy last year. Indiana needed his spark offensively, especially without Paul George in the lineup. Miles responded by putting up career highs in points and minutes played. Just an unbelievable impact on the season.
Beverly against Hill. Clock at 6. Pass to George. There's the triple. It's back to Hill for 3. That doesn't go either for George.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
Ariza outside. Houston gets it back. Howard dishes to Ariza. And some nice passing there by Houston. And the jam by Moniunas.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. Pacers have attempted 11 free throws today and converted 8 of them. Mahinmi hits them both. Houston's gone 2 of 4 from 3-point range so far in the second quarter. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Decker kicks to Lawson. Decker with it. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. That free throw good from Decker. Here's Stuckey. He kicks it to Mahinmi. And good coming on the assist by Rodney Stuckey. Stuckey's got 3 assists now in this one. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Rockets ahead, up by 2. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime. Happy Martin Luther King Day, everyone, and welcome back as we get going again here at 2K Sports.
Been a very solid outing for George. He has 14 points, and he's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
I love the rhythm his outside stroke has produced today.
And welcome back to the 2K Sports broadcast of the NBA, celebrating Martin Luther King Day. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
Just in attack mode, he was able to get in the lane at will in that first half.
Yeah, it really was aggressive attacking basketball at its finest. I mean, really a lot of fun to watch.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So on the floor for Houston. Thornton out there with Lawson. Then it's Jones. Then it's Decker. And it's Capella in at the 5, down low.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
And exactly what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. Just more of the same.
And the wide open shot from Stuckey. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even. Stuckey's got 5 points in the quarter. Well, for Jordan Hill, something wonderful happened to him last season. A breakthrough he'd been waiting for on his 6th year.
Yeah, Kevin, you know, it had to do, and I think correlated with him getting a chance to start games, and it blew up for him from there. Posted career-high averages across the board.
Young passes to Hill. Back to Young. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Young's got the game tied up here for the Pacers.
Great way to start the half. Easy layup against some soft D.
Here's Jones. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Nice way there, guys, to finish up that possession.
Young's shot is off.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
And Thornton kicks to Lawson. Outside for Thornton. No good on the 3. The Pacers have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones for the Rockets. Here's Stuckey. He's got 7. Hill dishes to Turner. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here. That's good from Turner. Both free throws good from Turner. Houston's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Passes it to Beverly. Now the feed to Howard. From past the arc. And that one's good. Beverly's got 5 now.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Greg, no question about it. They found a nice rhythm from deep.
And Young kicks to Hill. Back to Young. Tries again. That's good. The Houston lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Hill. Hill's got his 2nd bucket of the night. Harden the pass to Beverly. Turner with the steal. Young dishes to Hill. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. Harden gets to Beverly. Here's Moniunas. And Turner with the block. Inside for the lead. Got it. Good job in the low post. Turner's got 4 points this quarter.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
And you know what? I think he thinks he can make a few improvements to how things are going on right now.
Yeah, and you know, coaches always are looking for ways to tweak things and change it up a little bit, no matter what the situation is. That's what coaches do.
Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. Rockets trail. Beverly the pass. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, there have already been 5 lead changes, but nobody taking control of them.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
There's the screen. From deep, George. It's rebounded by Houston. Howard's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Beverly with the ball. Picked up by Ellis. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
And the second free throw, good. The Pacers have gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. Here's George. No luck. Great D that time from Howard.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, I mean, deterred them from those plans.
George dishes to Miles. Back to George. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
That's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
You just cannot allow the offense to have that quality of a look each and every possession.
Timeout called, the Rockets. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Here's Hill. It's Hill on the wing. 5 on the clock. Ellis kicks to Hill. George, that's a 2-pointer. And the shot no good, a bit short. Last season for James Harden was easily his best yet. Finished 2nd in the MVP race. Put up huge numbers with career highs in points per game, scoring. Greg at more than 27 a game.
And also carried that Rockets team that dealt with a plethora of injuries, mainly to Dwight Howard. And 2nd in the league in scoring, I mean, narrowly losing out to Russell Westbrook, who just went on a tremendous tear the second half of the season. And then also finished runner-up in the MVP race.
Kicks to Moniunas. Feeds it to Howard. It's stolen by Mahinmi.
You know, you could see him bait him into that one. He was just waiting on that pass, and as soon as it came out of the post, he was all over it.
That's his first personal foul.
And for Harden coming in 2nd in the MVP race, he had a lot of first-place votes, and nobody knew if he or Curry would win the award. In most other seasons, he would have won the MVP.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Jones checked in for Moniunas. Decker comes in for Trevor Ariza. Marcus Thornton, he's checked in for James Harden. And it's Lawson in for Patrick Beverly. Jones for 3. Good! Jones has got 7 points here in this quarter.
And for Harden last year, he could have easily have won the MVP, probably would have in other seasons. His big talking point for the award was how he carried the Rockets on his back. And he might have been the most valuable player to his team with the performances he had last year.
Houston making a switch here. Capella's checked in. To the paint. It's stolen by Jones. Here's Thornton. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. To the middle. Here's Miles. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
I love the low post attack on that one.
Outside Hill. "20 seconds left in the third quarter. He feeds it to George. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hill's got assist number 5 here tonight.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play. Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
Out of bounds, Rockets ball as Houston keeps possession.
And you know what? Just a little too much heat on that pass for him to come up with the steal.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that was going to be a tough catch for either one of them.
And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the fourth. Who will carry the day? Rockets lead by 8. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. And welcome back to our special presentation of the NBA for Martin Luther King Day. And a look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the fourth quarter. They've got Ian Mahimi. C.J. Miles is out there with Paul George. And there's Hill. And it's Ellis at the 2 spot. And Thornton gets it to go on the assist by Lawson. And the Rockets lead by 8.
Boy, this defense is getting eaten up on the inside, guys, giving up far too many free runs to the rim.
And they haven't been able to return the favor with their offense in the paint because that has not been up to par.
Here's George. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here.
And the deeper we get into this game, it seems like the more the offenses are in rhythm.
Without question, I mean, both of these teams are firing on full broadband bandwidth. I mean, full throttle ahead. That is an elegant move to drop in the floater there, guys.
Hill against Lawson. On the wing, George. And it's George again missing.
The defense needs to play tight on him, and that's exactly what they did to force that miss. Well done.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
It's rebounded by Houston.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to.
Woo. Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes. You know, no doubt last year a bit of a loss for Paul George. I mean, had to sit out most of it after that gruesome leg injury in the Team USA scrimmage.
Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. Indiana also making some changes. Solomon Hill, he's checked in for C.J. Miles. Stuckey comes in for Ellis. Young is subbed in for George Hill. George passes to Mahimi. And George, here we go.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flow.
And thinking back on George's injury, still a very graphic image in everyone's mind, but he was able to bounce back.
Yeah, it was great to see him get some game time before the end of the season after that horrific injury. A credit to him working as hard as he did, as well as to the training staff that got him back to be able to play before the end of the season.
Young inside, defended by Beverly. Young dishes to George. Hill kicks to George. 4 on the shot clock.
He had a couple in the first, but so far he's been unable to get uncorked here. That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
Clark, last season we saw Mona Eunice make some nice strides.
Yeah, a big uptick in his scoring efficiency, Kevin, on both his shooting from beyond the arc and from within the arc increased.
Timeout called the Pacers.
And Eunice actually showing a newfound post repertoire there. I mean, he's deceptive. He has hooks and pump fakes, little up and unders. The Rockets looked to him for offense when they weren't playing through Harden.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Kevin, I was able to hear the advice Frank Vogel gave to his team during that last break. He is not pleased with the score and implored them to try to make a push right now, saying, "We don't have time, fellas. If we can't make a dent soon, I'll have to pull the plug." Pretty blunt, Kevin. Back to you.
And Eunice is a very confident player. I think where he can still improve is his rebounding and defensive impact. With a 7-foot frame, he's got to learn to play like a 7-footer.
Fires, high post. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Down low. It's tipped. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Beverly. Just floating to the rim on that slam.
Boy, when he gets up and stays
Man,
up.
you could clock his hang time with an hourglass.
For 3, Hill. Shot to stop the run. And Hill finishes inside.
Just lazy defense on the glass there.
Well, nobody boxed out. Nobody put a body on anybody else. Things like that not only drive the coach crazy, that stuff gets under my skin. He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
Hill with it. He's picked up by Ariza. And it's Turner off the drive. On its way from Stuckey for 2. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
Ariza. And they call over the back here. Too much contact.
And that's an aggressive play to try to get the rebound. Just a little too aggressive.
And unnecessary. That's over the top. That's doing too much, Greg. He wasn't in good position there, and he was never going to get the ball. He just wasted a foul.
Yeah, big blunder there, and that could really cost him.
Yeah, and the timing of it was bad, too. I mean, they're trying to cut down and cut into the lead. Just a tough, bad break there.
Eunice passes to Harden. Another miss by Houston.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
Ellis kicks to Miles. Outside, George. It's hauled in by Beverly.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Mahinmi kicks to George. And stolen by Ariza. And there's the foul. It goes on C.J. Miles. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was. Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
Yeah, you can see he's still in rhythm, even though he misses that one. Almost always deadly when he's that open.
Timeout called, the Rockets. They're in front by 13. 1:53 left in the fourth quarter. .153 left in the fourth quarter. From 11 feet away. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. And it's now 23 points for James Harden. And George, here we go. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
No doubt about it, he has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this game. And really, with every point from this point on, it seems like they're just closer to finishing this one off.
If they haven't already done it. I mean, hey, it's been a tremendous all-around performance from this group. I don't think there's any question about that.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
It's Harden with the drive. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand. It's not possible what we just said. Clark, is that possible?
Not probable, but it is possible, Carson. It is possible.
And think about it, guys. That's one of the few guys in the entire league who can pull off something like that.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Houston.
I thought we might see the defense adjust at halftime to slow the break, but that has not been the case.
Another part of their game that's made a difference tonight is all the second chance points they've been able to get.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for Houston.
Fewer miscues made the difference, Clark.
Yeah, I thought the fact they minimized their turnovers was huge. It was a terrific all-around effort.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year.
Sometimes, guys, it's hard during the first meeting of a season to get a feel for a team, but these guys came out and made the necessary adjustments, and I think they've got to feel good about going up 1-0 in the season series against the Pacers.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Trevor Ariza. You have to focus on the steals he came up with. They were huge factors in the end result.
Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal it.
No question about it. That would be all she wrote.
Fader on the way. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
And the fadeaway was the only option he had on that one. Defender there all over him.
And it's Miles missing. Paul George with the steal. And now the fast break. Hill with the ball. Launches it. And again, it's the Pacers from deep. Harden can't get it to fall. So we see the Rockets get the win here. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, and I thought good execution really played a big part throughout.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. Now it's time to head back to the studio with Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny Smith.